Hey everyone, welcome to the Biker Roadhouse. Looks like I'm by myself today. Hey Lolly, how you doing? Um, looks like I'm by myself. I think Jamin and Greg forgot about it tonight, and I remembered 15 minutes before the show. I was like, oh, I got to get on here. So, we're talking about motorcycle rights organizations. Um, as you all know, I'm in ABATE, Motorcycle Riders Foundation, St. Croix Valley Riders. That's three in within my state, the only three in my state. Um, and what they do is they fight for your motorcycle rights. You got a helmet law. You don't have to wear a helmet. Your motorcycle rights organization, most likely ABATE or um, whatever it is in your state, has fought for that. Hey, Dangerous, how you doing? Um, I know in my state it was ABATE and St. Croix Valley Riders that fought for that to have our helmet law as if you got an instructional permit, you got to have you got to wear your helmet. You got to wear your helmet if you're under 18. But other than that, you don't have to wear one. Um, we also do a lot of other things like hands free. We're your motorcycle rights organization is um, responsible for that. Um, I got dogs barking downstairs. You've got all kinds of things. Lane splitting. If you got a lane splitting law passed, there you go. Um, then you got the federal level where that fights for your rights all on the federal. Um, so let's see here. Doo-doo-doo. Like I said, I'm part of a. I don't know what other states have for a motorcycle rights organization. I know California has four. Um, we have three. If you include MRF, but you should actually consider joining one if you haven't. Oh, it's only because um, the money that goes into them, very little of it goes to the organization itself. The rest goes to fighting for paying lobbyists and memberships and publications. Very little of it goes to the actual organization to run. Now, let's see here, I've got A Beta Minnesota up here. Just looking for it. There we go. All right, this is A Beta Minnesota, their homepage. I've got it on the legislation, so you can kind of see what we're doing. I'm kind of still looking at this on my phone. I'm like, oh boy. If I get the cursor over there, we go. Now we go like under Minnesota laws, and there you go. We've got right here, tells you our motorcycle ground light law, which is you can only have a white light and you can only go so far out. I think 6 feet from the ground, but it has to be white. You cannot do any color light on the ground. That, of course, is illegal. Like it says here, motorcycle ground light, notwithstanding section 169.64 subdivision blah blah blah, may be equipped with white ground lights mounted under the motorcycle if the bulbs or strips are not visible to operators in other vehicles and the lights are aimed as to project a steady non-flashing beam of not more than 6 feet in radius, directly onto the roadway and illuminate an area around the motorcycle. So, um, and signals and markings. It's a person operating a bicycle or motorcycle who violates subdivision 4 by entering, crossing, or intersection controlled by a traffic control signal. So this is one thing A Beta Minnesota had fought for, and we won. You know, and it's a good thing. It helps us to be seen a lot easier. And here is our lane splitting. Some of it, you know, the law states a person may operate a motorcycle and overtake and pass another vehicle in the same direction of travel within the same traffic lane in the motorcycle is operated under the following conditions. Max speed of travel when lane splitting and filtering is 25 miles an hour, and the motorcycle must not be traveling at a speed greater than 15 miles an hour over the speed of traffic. It gives the bill number and the session. So basically, what it's saying is you can't go. I mean, it's max speed at 25 miles an hour, but you can't go over that 25. So it's, you know, your traffic is going 5 miles an hour. There you go, 15 miles over that. How you doing, Shocker? Um, so that is some of the things that Minnesota is fighting for. They've got an equal access. Uh, Restrictions on denying access to places of public accommodation civil actions. So that's a little bit more of what we're doing here from Minnesota. We also have a voter. Click here to download the profiling form. I am not going to download that. No. Um, that's just a few of the things that we have here on our on the Minnesota website. You've got your membership, but if you go into the store, what does it come up with? Memberships, because it's hard for them to put everything up that they have because they go in and out. Now for Minnesota, we're kind of not so with it when it comes to the websites. I've seen better, but you can actually get yourself around. There's our state rally information, our ABATE University information, which is coming up at the end of April. All kinds, our chapter sites, all kinds that you can look up, our passport run, our state officers, committee chairs, and other contacts. I am not in there. Probably not right now. Um, yeah, these has got numbers, so I don't want to give that out. So, um, but you've got in the news. Um, we were in the news at one time. We got safety points. You know, where we go training, motor awareness video. Let's check that out. Let's see what we got going on here. I bet you it's not even going to play. Look at that. It's not. Oh, there it goes. It's a little choppy. Or my computer's going to be a little putz today. Come on. There we go.
Sure is a nice day for a ride.
I mean, I gotta go.
Yep, it's going to be
Traffic's
a
still
jerk.
heavy, though. I wonder if this person in front of me sees me.
I'll listen to this song.
I'm sure they.
Hold this back. Come on. I am having all kinds of problems today. Look at that. My computer does not want to work, guys. I'm very sorry for this. Why am I being so choppy? I have no idea. All right. Yeah. I'd have better luck on my phone.
I mean, I gotta go.
Oh, here we go. Is it going to work?
Sure is a nice day for a ride.
I mean, I gotta go.
Traffic's a little heavy, though. I wonder if this person in front of me sees me.
I'll listen to this song.
I'm sure they see me.
What should I make for dinner?
Looks clear. Let's get in front of this bus
Maybe I
here.
should pick up Chinese. I don't feel like cooking tonight.
Okay, everything looks good.
There's something going on over there.
They really gotta see me in that mirror.
Oh, I better get on the other side of the road.
Hey, look out!
Look twice for motorcyclists.
So that was our little motorcycle awareness video. I don't know, is this going to be the same thing? No. Let's see what this one is.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music. Step to the beat. I woke up today, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right. Yeah, so lift me up. I'm moving along.
All right, that's an 8-minute video, so we will
Singing
just
the
play a
dance
little bit
along
more
with
of
my
this.
song. Yeah, I'm having a good time, keeping it going.
Let this video speak for itself. We all know what's going to happen once they get the video to go. Once they
What is wrong with you? Are you stupid?
Didn't see you. I'm so sorry.
You pulled right out in front of me. What, you didn't see that big bike with the bright headlights shining right at you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of good that does me now. I can't believe
that's the kind of
gotta
stuff
show
I
you some
want to
things,
see when
kid.
people pull out in
And you
front of
need to
me.
listen. Listen good.
cut
Don't
me
forget
off,
anything
stuff
that
like
I'm gonna
that.
say. No, I won't. I won't forget. I don't think we got much time. Get in. Trust me, kid. Just hit the gas and keep going left. Pull over in that spot.
See those cars and trucks coming towards us down the road, kid? How fast are they going?
All right, we're just going to stop that right there. We all get the picture of what's going on, what's going to happen. So, but that's part of ABATE of Minnesota. Some of what we do, we get awareness videos out, we get mailings out, we fight for our rights. That's what we do. The helmet law, we're working on anti-profiling. We got the hands-free anti-profiling helmet. We just introduced into this session the right to repair, and we're adding motorcycles to that list. How you doing, Eve? How you doing, Rick? So we're adding motorcycles to it. It had just been entered this week. I just got the email on it. So that's what we're doing there. I'm watching it closely to see where it goes. If this passes, what this allows um, people to do is the mom and pop garages, the mom and pop shops, allows them to have access to the tools and the programming, the technology they need to work on motorcycles. This also allows you to go to the mom and pop shops, allows you to choose who you want to work on your motorcycles. But y'all know that Harley doesn't want you to do that. No company wants you to do that, not even John Deere. So they're getting it to where the motorcycles are added into this. It's the Minnesota um, Digital Right to Repair Act. Now, being as a lack of preparing because I forgot, and so did other people, apparently. I did not have. Okay, Greg is on the road. And he's got a bike that's being dropped off. Okay. So, yeah, okay, I'm getting tired of these people here. Always piping. I got notifications popping in. Anyways, if we don't get this passed, then these auto companies, motorcycle companies are going to be telling us we got to go to them to get our stuff fixed, and we can't do it ourselves. We can't go to these small shops and get stuff done. As it sits right now on my trike, I can do the carb work myself, but I got to take it in and get all 6 carbs to work together. I can't do that myself. I don't have the tools, and I'm most likely not going to go buy the stuff to do it when I just might do it once. So, yeah, why get the tool? If I take it to a mom and pop shop that will work on it, you know, then that, hopefully that will be cheaper on me. So that's one thing Minnesota is doing. That's one thing that's happening on the federal side is the right to repair and to get motorcycles included and get cars included. Yeah, because if we don't do that, we're not going to be able to work on our stuff, and our collector bikes, collector cars are all going to be like paperweights, and we ain't going to be able to get them fixed because the car companies will control it, and they don't want to work on anything older than 10 years. That's what's going on right now. What's also we got to watch for, and we are watching, is what's happening in Europe. Is anything over than 10 years, they come and take, and then you're forced to basically get a new bike. So, any thoughts on that? Because I'm about to jump to a different page and show you, because basically what my intent is to show you, talk about motorcycle rights organizations, show you what they're doing, what they're fighting for, what their agenda is, and to help people realize, hey, we're not phonies. We're not just sitting on our ass collecting money. This is actually what we're doing. We are actually fighting for your rights. Let's see here. Let's get this one up. Share screen. Now this one I have not looked at, but we're going to go to ABATE of Iowa. Let's look at ABATE of Iowa. Let's see what they're doing. Okay, they've got, what do they got for legislation? Well, they've got a committee, they say. Is it coming up? Is it going to be a dick and prove me that I'm a liar? Yep, because it ain't working. There we go. Oh, look at that. There's their team. They also ABATE PLC. Why can't I remember what PLC? Political something, political account or something. Does it tell us in here? I suppose someone's going to tell me what PAC stands for too. Over the years, ABATE of Iowa has taken different steps to protect your right to ride. One of them was the creation of the ABATE Political Action, there you go, Political Action Committee, better known as ABATE PAC. To many members, this is a mysterious entity. They only hear about when asked for another donation of their hard-earned money. We hope this article can help explain the purpose and function and why it operates and donates. All right, so that is a little bit about them. There's their form. I'm not sure why. All right, let's go look at their education. What are they doing for rider education? Sorry, my laptop or the screen is being a little slow. It's kind of being like Jamin at the moment. When he's a little slow, and it's not clicking on it. There. Okay, let's try the share the road. All right, share the road is one program that we get the word out about the stuff that we do, help educate new drivers. Share the Road is a motorcycle awareness program that ABATE of Iowa offers to reduce accidents by educating motor vehicle drivers. This training is intended to help drivers see, respect, understand, and motorcyclist needs and rights on the highway. ABATE of Iowa delivers the education in this key to safety, and Share the Road is a positive step in educating Iowa motor vehicle drivers about safe ways to interact with motorcycles on the Iowa roadways. Now, Minnesota has the exact same program, Share the Road. I believe every state that has ABATE has the Share the Road program. So, and it's pretty much geared toward that state or that state's needs, but the basic program is the same. I was or am interested in doing the Share the Road. I would like to get out there and do this, help educate drivers. Yeah, I've been interested since day one. I was in ABATE 3 years ago. And now I am the state rep for the Motorcycle Riders Foundation in Minnesota. After April 25th, I am no longer the Metro chapter representative for ABATE of Minnesota. That's a whole nother story in itself. I won't get into it here, but that it is what it is. But which now leaves me open to pursue stuff like Share the Road, do more of stuff for the MRF, go out, talk to my Republican and Democrat representatives, meet with them and educate, talk to them about the bills coming up on state level and just say, hey, educate them a little bit, tell them what's going on. This is why we want you to vote for this way on this bill. Being as I'm part of the MRF, I'm also ABATE, so I play double duty on this. But yeah, this is part of Iowas. They got the Share the Road program. They got this one. So let's check this two-wheel trauma out. The two-wheel trauma concept was fashioned in early 1986 by 3 experienced EMS providers in rural Spencer, Iowa. Paramedics Anita J. Bailey and Frank Power joined Slider Gilmore. We all know that name, Slider Gilmore, a lifelong motorcyclist and volunteer EMT, to develop the two-wheel trauma program. The program's sole purpose is to reduce the morbidity and mortality of motorcycle crashes through prevention and education. The 3 components are rider responsibilities, accident scene management, and two-wheel trauma continuing education from EMS providers. Wayne Weirson, former ABATE of Iowa State Share the Road coordinator, joined as faculty in 2005, presenting Share the Road at every two-wheel course. Now, if you look at it, it's got rider responsibilities, accident scene management, two-wheel trauma. It looks like a good program to take, good program to learn. You're going to learn a lot from this. So that's some of what they're doing. What else are they doing? There's Heartland Steam, which is a MRF fundraiser, which that's not going to come up on this one. I would have to do. No, I ain't going to let me go to that screen because. All right. So what Heartland Steam is, it is a educational for anybody, ABATE, non-ABATE, to go and learn about all the issues that we are. Hang on, I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm getting this up. Iowa had a big thing on this. And I looked at it before on my phone, of course, and it told you all quite about it, but that's not the same as right here. So, but what it is, it's you've got Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Illinois, Iowa, and Wisconsin. We all get together, and that state's ABATE will put this on. And it's all educational classes, guest speakers and stuff to educate us on what's going on within each states, what's going on federally, educational training. I've never been to one, so let's hype, just to say, like, maybe Stop the Bleed class. There might be a Stop the Bleed class. There might be a training on how to strap down your motorcycle on a trailer and stuff like that. Don't ride impaired. A lot of stuff like that. How you doing, Gloria? How you doing, Dart? So that that's basically what Heartland Steam is, from what I understand. What else have we got here? Well, they got their membership. Screw that, because we all know if you want to join, how to join it, your ABATE in your area. They also have, let's see what that rider education is. Their website is a little bit more better than what Minnesota is. I just wish they had when it comes to the event, they'd had a bigger flyer. So their education is, Like, why is there a need for rider education? A motorcycle rider's judgment is critical. Yes, we have to think on our feet. In single vehicle crashes, rider error is the most common cause. So is going into a curve because you misjudge. Crashes with other vehicles also occur because either one of both operators make errors in judgment. Many collisions and injuries could have been avoided if the motorcycle rider had known when and how to swerve or brake. And they tell you there are different courses, which they had a link. Oh, they do. They've got it all right down here. Basic rider registration, what the basic riding course will do for you. It'll help you straight line riding, turning, shifting, stopping. And you'll also expand on these skills: advanced turning techniques, maximum braking techniques, swerving, street riding strategies, ability to deal with special situations. So there you go. It's if you ride, you already know all this stuff, but it doesn't bother anyone to go back to the basic rider course and redo it and relearn. You always want to learn. And if you go um, like my ABATE does, each chapter at some at some point, maybe not 1 year, but maybe the year after, will host a basic riding course or intermediate riding course so that you're always learning. And they ask you at least pay half, and then they'll usually pick up the rest. So that's that. Now that's ABATE of Iowa. Now you've got what they got is they got a freedom rally, but if I bring up their committee, it's going to give names and phone numbers. I don't really want that on here. They got 25 districts. Minnesota's got 25 chapters. 4 districts, 25 chapters. And what are they going to say? ABATE of Iowa is a rights organization consisting of motorcycle enthusiasts. There you go. And it tells a great many restrictive laws pertaining to motorcycles and riders have been enacted by uninformed or misdirected legislators. Yeah, I can't pronounce that word for some reason. I used to when I was younger, but for some reason I can't. Their goal is to keep our legislature informed of our feelings about any legislation that we feel would be unfair or discriminatory towards motorcyclists. I like how they put it for you to join them. And then you want to contact. There you go. You fill this out. You submit it. There you go. So that's ABATE of Iowa. Anyone got any questions so far? See, the wind is rocking there tonight, especially 50 to 70 miles an hour, tornado winds. Yeah, we are supposed to be getting some kind of rain. Let me look at my weather here. At 77 now, looks like we're getting rain at about 10. So, but yeah, they're saying rain, and we were supposed to be getting severe weather tonight. So, so that is a little bit of what Iowa does, what they're doing in their state. You've seen a little bit what Minnesota's fighting for. Now let's go take a look at, what's this one? This is the MRF. This is the big daddy of them all. You got history and values if you want to learn about them. Find your rep. MRF Hall of Fame accomplishments. Let's look at their well, let's look at the history and values first. There you've got the history of the MRF. The first words of the street rider's first voice in Washington were uttered in 1985 in St. Louis, Missouri. There, the founders of the motorcyclist rights movement in America gathered for a meeting of the minds. Leaders of state motorcyclist rights organizations, SMROs, wanted to catapult to the national scene of the clout and effective of SMROs, the strong, effective grassroots of state-based motorcycle rights. And they've got a mission statement. What is the MRF? And here is a brief history of the MRF. And here's a picture of the founding people. And I don't think it's that big anymore. I think that's the founding people. But like I said, St. Louis, Missouri is where it got its start. So you can find that on the MRF website. It is www.mrf.org. Here are some of their accomplishments. So how far down do they go? 87. The MRF, working with grassroots activists, stopped legislation that would ban the sale of superbikes. MRF was instrumental in removing all references to motorcycle from the Consignee Outlaw Gang Bill. See? In 95, MRF and our SMRO partners succeeded in repealing the federal helmet law, blackmail against the states. And we go up. So let's see what 2007 MRF works with Congress against NTSB Bush push for national helmet laws. So they were working so that you wouldn't have a helmet law. Let's get this is scrolling up. In 2017, you had a motorcycle caucus established. MRF testifies before the EPA. Let's see what else let's get up here to more current. House Motorcycle Caucus reaches record 39 members of the House of Representatives. 2022 government funding bill includes language directing NHTSA to report back to Congress on activities and policies related to the profiling of bikers. There you go. There's a big one for you. 22, U.S. House passes Resolution 366, Motorcyclist Anti-Profiling Resolution. There's another big one. MRF meets with NTSB officials discussing concerns over autonomous vehicles. This is all more recent stuff. 6 MRF members selected to the Committee of Practice Groups updating federal motorcycle safety guidelines. And as of last year, MRF rides to work with the Congressional Motorcycle Caucus on the streets of Washington, D.C. to promote motorcycle awareness, and MRF representatives officially appointed to the Federal Motorcycle Advisory Council. So they've done a lot. They've had quite a few big successes for them. So if you're thinking that your rights don't matter or no one cares about them, there you go. All right here of what they're fighting for and have fought for. Here is their agenda. This is why it's good to join and support a motorcycle rights organization. This is what your money is going for. Here in 2025, the autonomous vehicles, they are fighting, doing stuff with that. Crash avoidance, data recording, definition of a motorcycle. They are updating that. So When that happens, a slingshot cannot be called the motorcycle. It has a steering wheel. A motorcycle has handlebars. And people are calling slingshots motorcycles. No, they are an autocycle. They are not a motorcycle. They are not classified as a motorcycle. Emissions regulations. And let's see, look who just showed up. How you doing, Greg?
Hey guys and gals, yeah, sorry I'm late. I worked late and now I'm out here. I'm trying to make some room. I got a Harley being dropped off a little while, so where are we at here? Well, I forgot what we're discussing. I'm sorry, my mind's going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, it looks like my screen is froze on the agenda because I see what's going on here. It's not sharing that one screen. Okay. They also have a profiling bill. Um,
Minnesota.
yep. I
And I'm sorry.
figured this out because I'm still learning this shit, you know.
Well, there's a lot to it, I bet. And I'm sorry if there's people commenting. I can't see the comments, so
No problem.
usually I'm on the computer and I do both phone and then I can read everything. But
All right, there we go, guys. So, yeah, autonomous vehicles, crash avoidance, data recording, definition of a motorcycle. There you go. Helmet laws. Internal combustion engines work to ensure the survival of the internal combustion engines, including elimination of the California air quality exemption waivers, which allows California to enact different standards and threatens combustion engine production. Fuck California.
I say, don't they already do that?
Um, I think they do.
There are certain things that are made there they can't even use for motorcycles and cars and stuff there because it's illegal in the state.
Right.
Pipes and things like that, which never made sense to me. But
And here is the profiling that they're fighting for so that we don't get profiled anymore. Then you got reusable, renewable fuels, right to repair. There you go. That's a big one right there. Right to repair and modify. Vulnerable roadway terminology. Then they go into their medium priorities, which is the gang club and other language. Lane filtering, splitting is on the medium list. And then you go, they've got their minor items like exhaust systems, partnerships, distracted driving. That's the low, but they're fighting for the bigger stuff. So, and that's all right. They'll get to the other stuff. What the?
oh, it was me. I was playing a Jamin. I pushed the button to see if I could see chats, which I could, but I was losing this screen. So I hit
Right.
another button to go back, and it booted me out. Sorry.
So
I
that is
missed my
some of.
peeps.
Was that?
I missed my peeps. I like to see the chats so I can say hello. And, hey, Evil. Hey, Soccer. Whoever's on. I don't know who's on there. Can't see.
Right. So that is a little bit of what MRF is doing to help fight for your motorcycle rights. I mean, it costs money to lobby, and it costs a lot of money to lobby.
Rob, any idea how long MRF has been around? I know they've been around quite a while, but
Since '87.
87. Good to know.
Yep, because we had just covered the history of the MRF before you came on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, and if I kept scrolling down from this history of the MRF, well, actually, they got started in '85 in St. Louis, Missouri. But if I had scrolled down on that one screen, they'd have MRF mission statement and goals. What is the MRF about? They talk about profiling renewable fuels, autonomous vehicles, And then the core values of the MRF, which are integrity, respect, leadership, teamwork, and excellence. You know, so yeah, there you go.
Can you bring comments up on the screen?
I haven't because I was sharing the screens.
Well, I have a thing. No, I got a thing for comments. If I touch it, watch me boot my ass out of here again.
No. So
I don't know. Can you still see me or no?
yeah, I can still see you.
Okay, my screen's there, but I can't see you. But I'm seeing comments. Okay, continue on.
Yeah.
Sorry if you see me moving around. I'm moving stuff around.
No worries. So
Evil.
let's see. I'm kind of new to this whole sharing the screen thing, you know. So what do you think about MROs?
Now you got me thinking what an MRO is. I know it, but I'm brain farting.
Motorcycle rights organizations.
Oh, organization, yeah. I like them. I believe in them. I always wanted to be an abate member, and I should, and I haven't.
Right.
I think they do a lot of good as far
You know,
as what's that?
becoming a member is pretty easy.
Oh yeah, they got them here. I can actually do both, Northern Illinois or Wisconsin, Southeast Wisconsin.
Right.
But I do
And
Illinois because I live here. But
I have
it's not
no
that much
videos
money.
to show. So if I go to this, there's that event. Okay. So if you click on join the MRF, there you go. You can auto renew is now available. It says I'm already a member because I'm actually logged into my account.
Right.
So
I don't know if MRF has any place for like meetings and stuff in my area.
No, there's no meetings.
I didn't think so.
It's
I know,
all
like a bait does, but
well, it's
and they
all
got rides.
it's all the board will meet and they'll do it through Zoom. But yeah, you can sign up through, I was going to show the membership, but it says "No, I'm already a member because I'm logged in."
Well, I'd rather go somewhere to like a titty joint and drink some beers with them, and have discussions.
Yeah. I don't know. You've got a state rep.
Yes.
And I don't want to bring it up because it'll show phone numbers. So I don't want to throw the phone number, even though it's on the web. I don't want to throw it out there on here.
No, anybody can go to their local or whatever and look it up, and it'll give you a list of people, this and that, and numbers.
Right.
I'm
And then
assuming.
you've
Stay
got
salty.
the IMA, Independent Motorcycle Aftermarket, that you can join. That I'm a member of the MRF. I'm not a member of the IMA.
You can only do so much.
Right.
You'll never get out and ride if you join them all. I mean, you're going to run for governor next, aren't you?
Oh, I wish. I wish. I'd clean this state up.
With the MRO, the MRF, and ABCs and this and that. I was like, well, hell, you might as well run for governor of Minnesota.
So, yeah, they do. They also have the Independent Motorcycle Aftermarket, which helps you keep doing what you're doing with your bike. It helps these people. The IMA realized, hey, we're in trouble too, so they joined up with MRF to help fight for your rights. What else we got here? We got MRF PAC, MRF A&E, which is, I saw it, um, aware motorcycle awareness and education. That's what it is. So
MAR, MAE. What'd you say?
MNE, awareness and education,
Mm.
and that I have not done looked too much into, but it's education. It's what they help you become more aware, help rider training. You know,
Back in the day, you never really thought about it, but I really like these days and stuff. The training. It's like anything. Can't teach an old dog tricks. Yes, you can. I learn things all the time. I like the education part. With the laws, this and that, and just if you've never taken one of them classes, take the basic one or whatever, and just because it's amazing what they teach you, you know.
right.
And just to get back, like when I start riding here pretty soon, I'm gonna go to the school parking lot and practice my slow turns and everything I've learned over the years. And I mean, anybody can just jump on a bike and go, but I got to get my sea legs back.
So, and if you're interested in events, here are some upcoming events. You've got Heartland Steam, which is the first weekend of April down in Bettendorf, Iowa. Then you got Bikers in the Beltway. That's coming up May 19th and 20th. That's out in Washington, D.C. We go out and lobby people. It's pretty impressive when a bunch of bikers show up. And then we have Meeting of the Minds in Shreveport, Louisiana at the end of September. That is, I had it here, September 25th through September 28th.
Is that the one in Louisiana you said?
Yep. Where everyone says your bike's going to get stolen. I kind of doubt it.
Your bike? No, they ain't gonna steal it. Just gonna hang it from a tree or something. Do a Honda drop.
Right. So that's a little bit about the MRF. And if they don't have any of the forums for me to get into, because I would actually have to go through here. And then,
Don't mind me. I'm sorry. I'm walking around. I'm moving things.
so here's a little bit of our forums. Here we've got, this is the Traffic Safety Administration. We've also have now here is about the bikers inside the Beltway, the Right to Repair Act. There's a lot that you can find. The road show, where they're going. So there's a lot you can find on the MRF. Like I said, I don't know what's in every state, what organizations are in every state. I just know what's in here. I know MRF is in Wisconsin and Illinois. I know that MRF is in both those, and I don't know what else is in those states. So, do you know what Iowa's fighting for?
Trying to think if Steve said something about that. What are they fighting for now?
I don't know. I was asking you. You live in. Oh, I said Iowa.
I'm in Illinois. You said Iowa.
Yeah. Okay. What about
less cornfields? I don't know.
what about Illinois? What are they? Hear anything? What they're doing out there?
No, I mean they were pissing around a little bit about the helmet law and stuff like that again. But that like comes up and then they just shut it down real quick. Debates all over that. And Illinois used to have one. I can't remember when they got rid of it. It's almost like 71 or something like that. Might have been even earlier than that, but I haven't heard anything on profiling or anything like that because anything on our state, because our state's so screwed up, they're more worried about, shootings and this and that, and stuff, which is a good thing.
Right.
It's all politics, our government's basically Democrat, and that's all I ever hear on the news, and it's hard to find things with motorcycle stuff on there because they're all talking about, they're fighting Trump on this and that and stuff, and trying to get rid of all the illegals and this and that. Well, you get rid of all these illegals, I ain't gonna have no friends.
Well, that's yeah. You know,
I work for a big landscape company, most of them are my buddies.
well, speaking of Illinois, there, Greg.
Yeah.
Here we go. You've got. Let's see. On the 16th, there you've got a swap meet at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, it's the 13th.
Yeah, because it
Right?
says March 16th at 8 a.m. Illinois Fairgrounds. You got a swap meet.
Oh, March. I was thinking April because I know I got a big one April 13th, Walnicks. That's that one there. I think is at the in Springfield when you're talking about.
Then they've got Lincoln Land A-Bait Freedom Fest on May 2nd.
May. That's in May.
Yeah. Then you got A-Bait of Illinois Freedom Rally May 4th.
Is that May 4th? So I should have looked that stuff up. I know about it, but I can't think of it. And
they're not going to list a swap meet if it's not A-Bait from what I'm looking here.
Oh. Yeah, we get a bunch of swap meets and stuff, some big ones. But the one I wanted to go to is April 13th, but I'll be southbound with my boat going fishing for a week that day, so. Oh, quit flashing. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm trying to move my bagger.
I was going to see, I'm trying to find there. Because it says they got events, but I'm looking at see what. Here we go.
Yeah, if I bought a Honda, it'd probably have reverse. This bike's heavy. You're gonna see me in a second here, backing my bagger out. She's been sitting 4 months. I'll prove you wrong. You said it won't start. I haven't started it since 3 or 4 months. I bet I turned the key on it, fired up.
Right. So what are you guys fighting for this year?
I don't know. Look it up for me.
I've got it. Helmet legislation.
Yeah, they do that every year. That's always on the table.
Motorcycle training.
Yeah.
Right to repair. A-Bait will continue to fight companies to make repairing and modifying your vehicles more accessible.
A lot of stuff with the A-Bait in Illinois is the same with all the states because, especially with that, the right to repair, that's like a nationwide thing. So,
yes.
We had that conversation. Is that on this channel or on affiliate? I can't remember, but
this and the unaffiliated. We just did the right to repair. I think it was last week.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing as us, profiling anonymous vehicles, stuff like that. And you can join them too. I mean, look at that. It says join us. And it tells you their price for 5 years. For an individual, for an annual membership, is $30 through Illinois.
I think it's $30 for A-Bait. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want a 5-year membership, it's $120 for an individual.
So that saves you $30 because it'd be 30 times 5 be 150. So let's say $30, you go 5. So
yeah. And like I said, the money that you pay, a lot of that goes out to lobbyists and your publications like the Road Noise.
Yeah.
They call it a newsletter. we call it the road noise here. Yeah. So yeah, they got their newsletters, stuff like that. But yeah, the money you very little of the money you pay in from a membership goes to administrative costs.
Well, that's why I like, because there's a lot of organizations, not just motorcycle sales, but everything else. You know, if it costs you, $50 a year, or, I mean, some things are even a month or whatever, but
Right.
very little goes to the cause. It's going to pay those admins and this and that and stuff, and I think that's kind of bogus.
Right. And they don't get a lot of money um, to run the organization.
Right.
I mean, I think the most they get maybe is 500 a year.
Yeah. I mean, I understand there's finances involved. They got to, internet, paperwork, da 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 da. You got to mail stuff out. That's
Yep.
things like that adds up.
I mean, I get a traveling budget. I get reimbursed for some travel, but it doesn't cover all my travel. It doesn't.
Right.
So
But it helps.
it helps. So what I have to do is come up with a way to fundraise for me and my assistants in the MRF to help cover those costs that I mean my assistants don't get covered at all.
Right.
So everything is
so I'd be riding for free. I ain't getting nothing.
right.
And no, I'm not wearing a skirt. I don't care what kind of assistant I'd be.
Well, my assistants are all men. They don't wear a skirt.
No, you're the only one that wears a skirt in the house.
Hey, I wear a kilt.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's a kilt.
But yeah, so everything that I mean, I've shown I have the budget downstairs. I have the past budgets for the past couple of years downstairs. And it lists a breakdown of what for the budgets of past years. There's a breakdown for every little thing, what money went where, what money came, money
Well, on
came
your end over there, who controls all that money, Rob?
our
They got a
board.
secretary, the board. I mean, there's got to be one person. So, okay, I'm the secretary. I gotta see
Well,
where every penny goes.
the treasurer keeps track
Treasurer,
of
yeah.
all that,
Okay.
but the board comes up with the budget. The chapter reps approve that budget, and then as the year goes on from April to April, they'll have a more deep. So at the next BOD in April, we have a budget to approve. Okay, then the next one in July will have expenditures up till July of what's been paid out, what's coming in.
Is it the MRF that does the safety courses? I'm trying to think which one I took with my
Yes.
daughter years ago.
MRF does that, yes.
Because it was out at the College of Lake County, and my wife was supposed to do it, but she got real sick, which I'm glad because she couldn't ride anyways. And this was back in 2015, 16. So I took my wife's place, but it was $20, and it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night after work and stuff. And what they do is it's basically free.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the course, you have the option. They'll give you the $20 back, or you leave it as a donation, which everybody does. I mean, you're talking $20 and you learn all this stuff and everything.
Right.
It's like, I'd kick somebody's ass, but there's no give me my $20 back. Come on. Right. They give you a motorcycle and everything to go ride. If you drop it, you drop it. It ain't yours.
Well, here, some of the chapters will put on riding courses, beginners or intermediate, and they'll ask that you pay half. So what that does is makes you committed, because if you don't show up, they're going to keep that half.
Right.
Well,
somebody told me, because you can do, a lot of Harley dealers, the Eagle riders, they have, like Ukes up here in Kenosha, which ain't far from me, which I know you've seen a couple times when you
Yeah.
come down this way, but they got a nice riding course there. It used to kind of be like $200 and something, whatever. I heard that prices have come down on that.
Yeah. Here, if you go through the DMV and stuff like that, it's like 180,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
But
But
I'm
they're
thinking, if Harley wants I don't know if Honda does it, this and that and stuff. I know, Harley dealers do that they got room for a course, but the Eagles Riders, I think that's what it's called, but don't quote me on that. You would think they'd want it as cheap as they can get it to bring young people in to learn to ride, or even older people just to get their skills going, because they're giving you, little, what do they ride? They used to ride the 500s,
right.
or as Buells originally, and then they went to the Street 500. I think they still might be running those. But
Well,
a lot of people can't afford $200-300. But I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna teach you, here for $50 or something like that, and you like it. Da, da, da. Next thing you know, you're at the dealer. You're in there buying a bike.
right. And I know here you ride at 250 in the class.
Yeah, all the classes I know, well, except for the Harley ones because they don't have a 250. But at the MRFs and stuff like that, they're all 250s. I think I rode a Yamaha or something like that, and that guy, and actually they kind of offered me a job back then, but it's to be an instructor, you got to take a 300-hour course, this and that. I did a figure eight, and he just laughed at me. Big burly guy. I can't remember his name now. I've actually ran into him a few times on the road. I was doing the figure eight without just screwing around out there. Instead of dropping the bike down on its side and stuff like that, I did my old dirt bike thing. I kept the bike straight up, and I was like this, my knee down on the foot peg and stuff like that. Did a full figure eight. He made me on. He just laughed. He goes, "Dude," he goes, "I've never seen that." He goes, "That's all." He goes, "But if you do that in the test," he goes, "I'm gonna fail you." But he goes, "That was awesome."
Right.
I couldn't do it now with my knees and stuff, but
Oh. What
and he wouldn't let me do a wheelie either. So
what quite a few people don't realize is that ABATE, they give money to the training courses, or they have a main person that oversees the motorcycles or runs these courses, and the money that they give to them goes to buy new motorcycles to keep training. I
well,
think
is a
ours
bait
has got like 35,
is the bait? I'm assuming the bait's bigger than MRF.
about the same.
Is it? I mean, I think a bait does more on the state and federal level.
ABATE is more state, MRF is federal.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think our educational for the bikes just got like something like 35. Just bought 35 new bikes.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, if I'm assuming they're new bikes, but even 250, if they're using 250 Hondas, 35 of them, that adds up.
It does, and what the guy does is he's only given so much a year for stuff, so he spends only what he has to in pot, and what he doesn't spend he puts into a fund so he can get more bikes.
And I'm assuming they're not paying full price anyways, like you and me off the street. They're working the
Right.
thing out with the manufacturers and stuff. And
So yeah, I don't know what bikes were gotten. I don't know if some, in the past, some of them were slightly used and he got a good deal on them. I don't know.
because I've been wanting to go back out to the college to take the MRF experience class. I've been wanting to do that for 20 years, and I just never do it. And just sharpen my skills. Now I'm getting older and slower, and I don't have the skills like I used to.
Right.
I think I do, but I know I don't. Body wise, mentally, yes. Body wise, no.
Right.
You stand a 700-pound bike up on one wheel and it comes up high. You better be able to handle that thing. So
That's why I don't do it.
come on, Rob. My wife won't let me do it anymore. You put you on the back of my Harley, I'll show you how it's done.
I'd fall
You need a
off.
traction? Oh no, we got the backrest.
I'd slide right off.
You fall off, I fall off with you. Then I buy you a beer.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't do that crap anymore. Every now and then I'll do a little one, but nah, I'm getting too old. It's hard on my bikes.
I've never done one, so
I just do them a lot. I watch these videos all day. There's people out there road glides and stuff. And they're standing them things straight up and going through the gears at 60 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour down the interstates and this. And I was like, man, that's nuts. No, I don't do that. I never did. Side streets and stuff, maybe, but
right,
that's just stupid.
right. Well, I'm going to call this up, Greg. It's after almost an hour and 15 minutes.
Have you been on the show that long?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you sent me a thing for the link, and I said I might be a little late, which I was 10 minutes, but then you said something about booting up, and then you said I'm on, so I didn't know you were
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
on.
we started at 5:30.
Oh, okay, instead of 6. Well, I apologize for being late.
No problem.
I'll yell at my boss Monday.
But yeah, I've got dinner downstairs, or talk to the wife to find out what she wants to do for dinner.
Yeah, and I got to get back in this garage here and move more things around. That guy will be here in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so with a trailer with the 2000 Screaming Eagle Road Glide. I got to do the top end on. I ain't looking forward to it, but I need the money.
Okay. Yeah.
I need my bike in there. And
Right. Well, I started up the Kawasaki, popped right off.
did it?
Yeah.
You want me to turn the key on that Harley and see if it starts for you?
I'm afraid that if I do that, that sucker's not going to start.
Yeah, she'll start.
I have to back it out from where it's at, and that means I have to move the car out of the way. Yeah.
No, I doubt about my Harley. You always say, oh, your Harleys don't start. So I just backed it out of here. I said, I can fire it up, and it's been 3 or 4 months since it started. I said, you want to hear it run? I'll fire it up, but I really don't want to because then I got to go ride it and stuff because condensation in the motor so bad.
Right. But know that trike, I got to pull the seat off and put my clips on it to charge up the battery because it doesn't have no tender on it.
Do you need a cable for a battery tender? I'll mail you one.
Yeah, that'd probably be nice.
I got 3 or 4 of them laying around in there and stuff. That way you got the seat off. Or if you got to replace the battery, you can always put it on there, and then that way whatever tender you use, whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't have to go out and buy a whole new one.
Right, you can just if you got to buy one for it, a tender, it's going to come with the cables. But if you just want to use the tenders you got and this and that, shit, I can slap a cable in the mail up to you. I got your address.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the tenders. I just need an extra cable on to the battery.
I was thinking that the other day about getting my butt up there and help you out. I'm just trying to figure out my schedules, this and that. I was like, man, all of a sudden it's like nothing going on, and all of a sudden everything's slammed.
Well, I can get the carb rebuild kit for like $60 on eBay, brand new.
For all 6 carburetors, it's cheap.
All 6 carbs. If I go elsewhere, it's like $130.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of those. I ran that with that Honda that I'm restoring. It's 4 carbs. I went through 2 kits on that. I was like, man, the jets were wrong, and the threads and stuff like that. So I mix match 2 kits and plus old parts and got them all done and got it running. But
well, if I have to, just replace the seals and keep the jets that are already on there.
I still say, charge that battery up or get a battery and just see, start it up, see if it starts and see which carbs leak in this. Because I do that regardless too. If you just want to take them apart and clean them and rebuild them, okay. But what other issues do we have? I'd like to hear it run the way it is.
Then there's the throttle cable. That's like $20.
Yeah, didn't you say a throttle cable stuck or something?
Yeah, it's stuck.
But is it the cable from the bar down, or because that's going to go down to? Well, I'm not sure how that one's ran. If it's one cable that runs down, or is it the linkages that are
I
binding?
I don't know. When I went to Dennis Kirk for it, it said it only gave me one cable. So
Well, they're probably interlocked all together, but you got 3 on one side, 3 on the other on a Valkyrie. I can't remember. I think it just comes to like a turn cam deal, and then you got little shafts and rods that. No, all it takes is one of them rods or something to stick, and your cable's fine. But
so I was
no,
thinking just getting a whole new cable, and
never hurts.
because they just say one cable, and so if there's three, I need to get three.
It's probably one, and just like I said, that magnet I got at 82 in there, same thing. I mean, it's 4 carbs, not 6, but it's one cable goes right down in the middle, and then it's got a cam it turns, and then it's got 2 rods that go over the 2 carbs, and then linkages that go over the other 2 carbs.
Right.
So your cable might be fine. If you got one of them rods that are hanging up or sticking, a little carb cleaner or something can free it up. And it may not be the cable. It might be one of those. All it takes is one sticking on one carb and bind it all up.
But I can't really look inside because the tank sits right there, and then the carbs butt right up. So I don't know which one would be leaking and I can't get at the bulls.
Right. Yeah, I got to do a little research on it, look at it. You gave me the info, so.
And the bulls, they're not rubber, are they?
The what?
The bulls, they're not rubber.
No, the balls ain't rubber.
What would you be afraid of
Only
tearing?
thing rubber is going to be your seals, like the boots that the carbs go on, and gaskets. You got
Yeah.
rubber gaskets for the ball. Floats are, what's a 2000 you said? I can't remember. They're probably plastic.
So how are you doing, Chef? I was thinking of, where's my little cursor? Oh, my cursor just died. Here we go. Just getting the one off of eBay because it looks just the same as the $130 ones. Just get the one off of eBay. Full kit, just save me some money. Get tank cleaner, so when we do that, we can clean the tank out at the same time. And
Yeah. Hey, Steph. I just put the comments back on real quick. No, I can't see you, but I was hoping Evil Rick, I don't know if he saw me back my bagger out, how dirty it was, because I was going to ask him to wash it for me when we go to mob in the mountains. I don't know if he's still on here or not.
But we should be able to get that trike done in a day.
Yeah. Or I camp out in the backyard and finish it the next day, and then I come back home.
Right. We got a spot for you to sleep.
Ah.
But Chef is under a tornado warning. He must be down south.
It's clouding up here. We got some bad storms coming. Yeah, I don't know where he lives at. Where are you at, Chef? What area?
Missouri.
Yeah. That storm's coming through there. I think Steve might have got some storms today, but it's coming this way. And it's supposed to it got real windy this afternoon. Now it's died down and my temperature dropped. It was 78 degrees at work when I left. I get up here because I'm right here by Lake Michigan. It's only like 61. I can feel the dampness, but yeah, we're supposed to get some bad storms tonight, and 40, 50 mile an hour winds, gusting up to 60, 70, 80 or whatever. And then tomorrow's supposed to be real windy, but
all the rain that we have is all south, and it's coming north.
I hope I don't get much rain, but I mean, I want enough to wash the roads.
Right.
And then I was reading today, Rob, chance of snow next Tuesday. Come on. Granted, if it does, it's flurries, whatever. And the ground's going to be thawed, so, it ain't going to stick. But still, Don't be salting the roads. I don't want the snow because they put salt and brine on the roads, and it's like, And then I get all these bad winds coming and breaks my tree limbs and stuff, just like Chef was saying there. I saw that, and even worse in the summertime when they got leaves on them. You got, at least right now there ain't no leaves, so the wind kind of blows through them.
Oh, Evil says if you need your bike washed, just push it out in the rain and grab a rag.
Well, I just backed it out, and so I'm waiting for that guy to show me that bike so I can put his in there and then mine behind it. But
As long as you ain't in a Speedo, we're good.
no, you ain't got to worry about that one.
So
Go ride in a nice storm, put a little Dawn dish soap all over, and go ride it in a bad rainstorm. So you can get nice and clean.
yes, you would. And he's got tree limbs falling all around him. So yeah, that probably have a tornado right there.
Mine are just bad enough winds and stuff. I love Missouri and Arkansas. I want to live in Arkansas, Western Arkansas. I don't care for Eastern Arkansas, but I love that Eureka Springs area and stuff like that, and the Pig Trail and them roads. I just love riding them things. That's why I
Yeah.
can't wait to go to West Virginia. I've never ridden out there, and they say it's some beautiful riding.
Let's see. Chef was outside washing. The $10, I went inside for a minute and it snapped and part of it landed on his truck.
Truck is fine. Oh, at least the truck is fine.
S10.
Could have been a whole damn oak tree on top of it, and then you'd had a 010.
Right?
Yeah, I don't care where you live, especially the Midwest area and stuff, which is like Missouri and everything else. Our springs are up and down, and you get a lot of winds, a lot of storms. I remember one year I flew out to Kansas. My daughter went to college, but she was on a bowling thing. Long story, she went to college on a bowling scholarship. But
Right.
so I flew out there for a college tournament, and they had this big billboard, this and that. And this town was right. They had something that was called "Bring on the Tornado Party" or something. It was a weekend after that I was going to be there. I'm like, are they that stupid or is it that fun? I guess that's a hell of a party because that's when the tornado season starts and that all them flatlands and stuff. I'm like, yeah, pig roast and all kinds of things going. I'm like, okay.
Right. Well, Chef says Bikes Blues Barbecues has moved from Eureka Springs, and then Rick says Eureka Springs won't let a gun shop open. They get a store and a license, and the town won't let them open. But Bikes, Beards, and Barbecue was Rogers, Arkansas. That's a deep south. I can't go to that. That's in the deep south. They don't like the Yankees down there.
Anything hear me? Can you hear me now? Did I lose you?
No, I hear you now.
I don't know if that was your end or my end. I don't know. Yeah, BBB was always. I mean, Eureka Spring gets part of it and stuff like that. But you're right; it's now in Rogers. But that's a nice town too.
Where are you and Froggy going, Lolly? And hey, Froggy.
I don't see them on the comments. My phone might be slow though.
Evil says it's been in Fayetteville for as long as he's known. I've never been there, and I don't know
Well,
much
Fayetteville,
about
yeah,
that.
that's a big college town. I mean, it's a nice town. I did eat at the Waffle House there. Uh, that's a busy town, and at one time they said they didn't care for the BBB there. They didn't really block off the roads enough and stuff, but uh, that's a college town. That's a big town.
Had to take son's car to him. He got a new to him car. Well, that's pretty cool. You know. And Froggy, we're all feeling for you because we know about the bike blues, and bike goes down, you can't afford to fix it. And
Yeah, been there and done that.
yeah, been there, done
I,
that.
I'm that way now. Hopefully my bike don't break down. Although my bag, I got to do a little work on it before. I mean, it's rideable and everything right now, but before I start traveling on it, Fat Boy's good to go. I just got to do some oil changes on it. But
Right.
somebody gives me good.
Oh, you froze up. And
But down, change the bars, which I have bars and everything for it, and this and that. And hold on, I got the guy stopping by here. They got the okay. Sorry about ignoring me, that guy. In his Mustang, I'm like, he ain't got no Harley with him.
yeah, your camera's a little distorted.
Mine?
Yeah.
I just walked away from it. Yeah, I need to move it. I'm in the carport. And I don't have Wi-Fi out here, so.
So September 18th through the 21st is Bikes, Beers, and Barbecue in Arkansas.
That's the fall one, yeah. They got one in spring though, dude. Oh, it's a spring fling.
Let's see. The Chef. My mistake. It used to be in Fayetteville. They were going to move to Eureka Springs. Then they canceled it at the last minute. So Rogers said, come on, have it there. Rogers isn't dumb.
But a lot of people go ride. It's a nice ride from Rogers to Eureka Springs. They go all there and stuff because you got the Cat House. You got the, I can't think of the name of the bars. I love the Cat House. When me and
Right.
Bedlam rode down there 2 years ago and we stopped in Eureka Springs, and he never been to the Cat House, would have been. Well, we ran to Jeff, the owner, and he'd been drinking and stuff with his wife, and it was getting late, 7 o'clock. I'm like, man, we got another 3 to 4 hour ride. It's going to be dark, these curvy roads. Damn, Jeff, he put us up and stuff for the night. I mean, I had to pay, but it was dirt cheap at a place up the road. But so we just sat there and played and partied with him all night and had a great steak dinner and this and that. And we had a blast. Woke up the next morning, took hot showers, this and that stuff, and hit the road.
Right.
That's when we went down to K River, the Adams campground that time. And he's got a new campground there too in Eureka Springs. Adam does.
Okay. So is that bike in your carport now?
No, he just came in his Mustang. He's got his Mustang with his 2 dogs with him. He's going home now. He's going to get his neighbor helping load it on a trailer. And you don't live too far away, so who knows? It gives me a little more time. I got to make a little more room here in the garage. And I just want to make enough room to get it in here. I'm not working on it tonight or tomorrow. Or tomorrow. I got to go car shopping for the wife again tomorrow. So
Right. So
maybe tomorrow afternoon or evening, I'll come out here and start tearing it apart. I got to check it all out. It's got a blown head gasket.
well, hopefully the head isn't worked.
Yeah, I got to check all that, and I got to tell them this is what I do. It's well, yeah, we just put a head gas. No, it's a twin cam, just like an Evo. We're gonna do base gaskets and this and that. Other than that, I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
I mean, I can very carefully take it all apart and but he rides it
Right.
CVO of today's 95-inch motor instead of 80-inch with cams. I don't know if there's been work done to it or not. I have no idea. I just felt bad for him, and the other guy turned him down, and his other buddy said, "Oh, do it, do it." And he never worked on motorcycles. I was like, bring it over here. I said, I ain't got time and this and that, but I said, I'm gonna pull the cam cover and stuff, and he's gonna ask me why do I want to do that. I want to check that.
Right. Well, if you want a sporty, Chef is thinking about selling his.
Hmm.
I think we lost you, Greg. There you are.
Yeah, I keep going in and out. I don't know what's up. I got a strong signal.
Huh.
Well, the wind started blowing, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not roboting when I'm talking, am I?
You did for a little bit.
That might have been my headpiece when earbuds. I got it in when I went over to take a piss behind the garbage can. I mean, I had to go open up the other side door.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to call it, Greg. I got to get
Okay.
down for dinner and see what's going on. So,
All right. Yeah, I need to make some room. He'll be here in the next half hour. So, sorry guys, I didn't get to read all the chats. If you're still there, it's great seeing you and talking to you.
all right.
And
Hey,
I'll be hooking
Chef.
up with Devo and stuff.
Chef, if you're selling your sporty, get a hold of Mythical Rider and Froggy. It sounds like she's very much, or might be very much interested. Um, I don't know how you guys are going to exchange information on your. It's a 2005 Sporty with a 1200 custom stage 2.
Was it an 883 brought out to a 1200, or was it a 1200 and you put it up to stage 2?
I think it's a 1200 brought up to a stage 2.
I done two Sportsters. They were 883s. My girlfriend, I'd call her, hers was. And I put the big bore kit and everything on it. Went up to 1200 cams.
Right. There you go, Lolly. There's the link for Chef. You can get a hold of them that way. How you doing, Process? How you doing? Been missing you.
Hey, Process. Yeah, I need to hook up with him. Give him a chit chat.
Yeah, I sent him my phone number, and if he calls, since I don't have his number, I won't be answering. But he can leave a message, and I can get back to him. It was a stock 1200, he says.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last one I did for her, that was a 2004 883 custom. My uncle did the front end, all that stuff on it, and Jack Daniels paint job stuff. And then my uncle got sick and ill with cancer. That's before he passed away. So I put the 1200 kit in. Small mild cams, but it's fun to ride.
Right.
Got a 4-over front end on it, with pull back bars and stuff. I don't want to ride it to Minnesota, but it's fun to ride around bar hopping or whatever.
Right. So,
all right, I'm gonna get off of here, so I got to get some shit done. Thanks for
yep.
inviting me in again, Rob, and I'll be chit chatting with you on Discord.
Right. And Lolly and Chef, you guys can connect. You got legal lolly on Instagram, and you've got the channel. So there you go, guys.
Anything I can do to help you guys out, whatever. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me one way or another.
Right. And you guys can always rewatch, go through the comments if you guys missed anything.
Yeah, I got to hook up with Evo and XAN because, like I said, I'm going to mob and stuff, and we're all going to meet with Jamin and stuff, and down the road we'll swap some numbers with them because I don't know if I'm gonna go to Jamin. I'll probably meet him at Jamin's or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
That's in June.
All right. So, yeah. So they're going to reach out. Glad we can help you guys. Really are. And MROs, motorcycle rights organizations. If you don't want to join one or can't join one, consider buying some of the gear because that helps support, keeps them alive, and helps them accomplish the things they need to accomplish.
And you have no idea what just that little bit does to help us as bikers and riders. You know, most people take it for granted. You know, oh, I can do this, do that, and they hear about this and hear about that, but you know, why wear a helmet and stuff? I don't need to fight a helmet law. That's not the point. You know, you know, it's about your rights and everything else. You know, God bless you. Right, wear a helmet. I don't have a problem with that. Now I'm old. I wear a helmet. I never used to, but it's just it's like anything else in politics. I don't care if it's motorcycles, cars, or anything in life. You let them take one thing away from you, then it landslides.
Right, and they're going to keep trying if you don't stand up.
Exactly.
So,
all right. Well, y'all take care and have a great weekend. Be safe out there.
I thank you very much, Chef, and
Chef, keep the roof on the house. Hope that you don't get no tornadoes or nothing.
Right. So, all right, guys, we will catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.